In this lesson, you're learning a new kinetic concept called Tui. It means retreat, or better yet, backward motion. Now, using Tui creates like an empty space in front of you, which could be a trap for your opponent. Or it also adds momentum to your pulling and yanking techniques.
Tui, retreat backward. Tui, retreat backward.
Number 1, hands together. Shift your weight over to the left foot and step in with the right foot, toes just touching the ground right next to the left leg. The right foot's empty. About 90% of the weight is on the left foot. Number 2, step back. Now the right foot steps back. Now, in order to step back, of course, all that weight has to stay on the left side. It's about a 30-degree angle of your step. The toes land first, and then put your foot down flat at a slight angle. The weight's about 60% on the front foot and only 40% in the back. Number 3, sit back and push. Here you shift your weight back, sitting down into the right hip, reversing the weight distribution. Now it's 60% in the back foot, 40% in the front foot, and the left toe pivots in just slightly, about 10 degrees. Both knees are bent. The front knee is slightly bent so that it doesn't straighten out. And then back to neutral, shift forward this time, step back into your Wuji stance side by side, head floating up, hands floating down.
Tui, retreat backward.
All right, let's take a look at what the upper body does, the hands and the waist together. Number 1, hands together. As I shift my weight over to the left foot and as I bring the right foot in, cross the wrists, the right hand palm up and the left hand palm down. Number 2, step back. Hands pretty much stay where they are during that step back with the right foot, and the body still faces front, so there's no waist turn yet. Number 3, sit back and push. The body's going to rotate slightly as I draw back. So the weight is shifting, the body's rotating, the left hand pushes forward at shoulder height, and the right hand pushes down near the right hip. Coming back to neutral is easy. I just float my hands back up to shoulder height as I step back into my Wuji stance. Head floats up, spine gets longer, hands float down.
Tui, retreat backward.
Now, taking a look at the imagery and energy and spirit of this movement, it's all about synchronization. So as I bring my right foot in to tap the ground, I want to imagine that there's a string connecting my foot with my hands. Notice that they come together at the exact same moment. Number 2, step back. And then number 3, sit back and push. Again, with the weight shift comes my hand movement, the waist turning slightly, and there's a stretching, a pushing and a pulling happening at the same time. Feel the back muscles opening up, feel the energy of the front hand going forward and the back hand pushing down. And then let it go. Come back up to your Wuji stance, hands raise up. Breathe out, head floats up, and that's the whole sequence.